Now we have learned apply function and deep layer package for doing different kind of data manipulation in R. We are going to discuss now about how R handles different format of date. And why this is important, because lot of time when you try to analyze stock value or share price in finance or sales changes in retail, those date and timestamp actually being captured by different kind of system. But unfortunately these timestamp and date format is not always same, but R understand all those date format in a different way. So we need to understand how we can actually extract a date format from any kind of format. So first thing first, so how R understand date. So if you just say system.date, it would give you today's date. So suppose today's date is 14th March 2017, so it would give you today's date. And if you see what is the class of this variable today, you would get as date. Now that is fine, but how about creating a date? Suppose in a system, maybe in a ERP file, the date is being captured in this way, 1975-03-04. Now I need to change it to a unique format. So R understand these two format, either it's divided by dash or divided by backslash. So either 2017-0128 or 2017-01/28. So if you pass these two kind of date format, simply by as.date function, R would understand and it would give you the default format, which is year, month, day. So this is year, month and day. But what about the system doesn't capture in this way, what you would do? So let's understand that. Before that, so as I was discussing how to create a date, so suppose this is being captured by a system and it's part of a data frame, and maybe this is a character value, so maybe we are storing it in a character value, character date, and if you see the class of it, it would be a character 1. And once you change it to a date format by using as.date, so it would now become a date. So if you see the class of this variable, then it would be a date. But as I was saying that what if you do not have these two format? So these two are pretty easily understandable by R, but what if you do not have this kind of format? Then how you would make R understand that this is a date, this is month and this is year? That's why we have another argument called format. In as.date function, we have another argument where you can specify what exactly you meant. Suppose right now this is 01/28/2017, which is different than the earlier one. Earlier, if you see, it was having year first, then month, then day, which was default. But what if you have now month, then date and then year? Simply you have to pass that this is month, this 01 is month, then this is date and this is year. And once you pass this format, then R would again understand, and when you ask about the output, it will give you the default output. What was the default output? The default output was year, month and day. That's how you understand. But instead of that, if you have this kind of format like September 15, 2008, so now you have to say September in full month. So it is giving you the name of the month in full, which is here. If you see, full month name is capital B, but if you want abbreviated month name like ACP, OCT, NOV, then you have to give small b. Then second is D, small d, which is about your date. So day of month, it can be 0 010203 to 31. That is fine, and then you have to make it understand there is a comma and then ultimately year. Now in year also there are two variant. One is it can be 99, which means 1999, and another times you can say simply 02, which means 2002. So instead of that, if you want the whole all the four YYYY format, then you have to pass the capital Y format. So that is how R would understand. So let's go to the demo first and try to understand it in more better way. So as I was saying, so you can store today's date in system.date and you can see the value. Today is 8th June 2018, and then you can see the class of that variable and you would see the class is date. Now how to create a date? So first, suppose we have a character which is 1957-0304, and if you see the class of it, that is character, but using as.date you are changing it to some another variable, and if you see the class, that would become a date class. And as I was saying that R understand two default value, either this is differentiated by dash year month date or backslash year month date, it would understand. So it would totally understand, you don't need to pass anything else. But what if the system doesn't understand these default value? Then you have to pass the another argument which is about the format. So let's take this example where we have 01/28/2017, which is very different than the default one. The default one was year month day, but this is instead date month date and year. So now if I try to make understand, it wouldn't understand and throw me an error. So now I have to pass the second argument which is format, and I have to say, so first is month, then is date, then year, and year in YYYY format. Now it would understand. Similarly, if you have this like September 15, 2008, it would throw me an error. But if I again pass the second argument as format, and this time remember we have full month, and as I discussed, full month is capital B, and then you have one space, then you have date, and then comma, then again space, and then year in YYYY format, then again it would understand. So now you can understand that how R actually understand the date. Now what if you want to extract the weekdays, or you want to extract the month, or you want to extract the quarter? So suppose there is a sales figure maybe June 15, then you want to understand then what is my quarter, or in which month, or in which weekdays. So all those things can be done. So suppose we are creating a new date variable with these four date. So one is 2017 2nd February, then 2017. So let's create all those four in dates, and if we try to see the dates, it would show us the same format, default format, if you remember, which is year month and day, which is year month and day, year month and day. Now I want to extract the weekdays. Now I would get a weekdays. So you can check it from here and cross verify, but there is no need, it would actually perfectly work, and this weekdays function is being used to extract weekdays. Similarly, you can also extract month. So this one is January, this one is May, this one is August, this one is October. Similarly, you can extract the quarter as well. This is quarter 1, 2, 3 and 4. So there are a lot of other things you can do with date, but that is beyond this course, but you are strongly suggested to go and read about all those things there are different packages as well, like Zoo and Forecast, which can do all these things in much more easier way and can do a lot of complex things. But these are the things we learned in data manipulation, and we will be again discussing about the other part of data manipulation, like data transformation, data cleaning and all those things, when we will be learning about the machine learning after learning this data visualization and statistics.